YouTube, what's up? This is Ben from Should I Get It? And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Audi RS7. So this is a wild family hooligan sedan, and I've gotten to experience it a little bit, and it's a very, very fun car. Sounds amazing. You know, it could be your daily driver, no doubt, and it has space for 5 people and tons of luggage. So right now, I'm just going to walk you around the car, show it off a little bit, and then we'll hop inside, go through the interior, and go on a little drive so you can hear the exhaust. So this is the RS7, as I mentioned, with the 20-inch wheels, and you can tell that it is the RS by this grille right here, so this honeycomb. And what's really cool is that the grille actually matches the seat stitching inside. So this honeycomb translates over to that, and there's tons of carbon fiber pieces both on the outside and the inside. And right now we'll just take a look around the back where there's this little spoiler built into the trunk lid. You can see that the back is very wide, massive, this beautiful curving design here. You can take a look at the exhaust right there. So there's actually 2 pipes coming out on each side that are in that rear fascia. And we'll take a look at the trunk here as well, which my test is always, does my camera bag fit into the trunk? And this one has no problem at all. So I could probably fit, you know, 5 of these bags in here. This is the Think Tank airport commuter bag. So we'll close that up and we'll take a look inside. So right now we're in the RS7. The first thing that I noticed when I got in with the window down was that it is a frameless design right here. So very similar to sport coupes, so no frame there. And what's really cool is that these windows actually have protection. So if you were to put your hand in here and raise the window up, which I'll do right after starting it, you'll see that it'll actually bounce back up. So we'll have it pop right here and it'll bounce off, and I don't have to worry about getting my fingers stuck, which is really cool. So let's turn off the radio right now and the AC, and we'll take a look inside. So the first thing I noticed was this perforated wheel, very, very comfortable, and you can get a good grip here. It's a flat bottom wheel, which is really nice. And then we have all of our infotainment controls here, cup holders, center console, which you can throw your stuff into, and again, that beautiful stitching on the RS7 seats. So you can see that this translates over from the front of the car. We also have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, so you can see the tweeters rose up right here. And then we do have 2 speakers in the side of the door. So over 1,000 watts of power in this car. The sound system is really, really clean. And then you have your radio presets right here. So you can hit the numbers and it'll change to various radio stations. Or if you're on the nav screen, this touchpad here will actually change and you can type addresses. So if we were to use the trackpad right here when entering an address, we can either write numbers for a house number, or we could write letters with our finger, or we can delete by swiping over, or if we were, you know, writing an address, we can put a space. So really cool, intuitive system, which is awesome. Then of course you have your gear selector here, and then the most important button in this car, and that is the car button. So this gives you tons of options. So you can set it into comfort, auto, or dynamic. Of course, during the filming that you'll see later in this video, it's going to be in dynamic, or you can set it to control individually. So you hit this button right here in the corner, and then we have a ton of options for the engine, transmission, suspension, steering, sport differential, engine sound, and the adaptive cruise control. One thing that I want to talk about is the engine sound. So you can see that it crackles and pops and it sounds fantastic, and that is all real sound. So, you know, the BMWs are pumping sound through the speakers, which is a bummer when you listen to it, but this thing is just the actual note from that twin turbo V8, and it sounds awesome. So right now we are gonna put it in drive, take the brake off, which is right here, and we'll listen to the V8 exhaust and drive it back to the dealership. So really smooth steering, very agile, I can feel that already, and that's because it's in the dynamic steering mode right now. You can hear that this thing wants to go fast. It's got a grunt to it, and looks very, very good. Super comfortable seats, actually. And right now we're just going to park it in one of these spots and give it a couple revs so you can hear that. now we are in the Audi RS7, and this is a monster of a beautiful, sleek, stealthy car. It can do both, whip a lot of cars on the street in both the straight line and through the mountains, and you can haul your family in it, which is really awesome, or your friends, like I would do, since thankfully I have no kids yet. So one thing that I really love about the RS7 is the interior. So as soon as you get in this, it feels very, very nice. It's got this perforated leather steering wheel here, bull hide everywhere, real carbon fiber pieces, which is a really nice touch, and then the Alcantara lining on the door. So it's a beautiful interior. It's a very good place to be, very comfortable. One gripe that I do have with it is the back seats are definitely a little squished in terms of headroom. So if you're probably above 5'11", you're not going to enjoy sitting in the back. But if you're my height, I'm 5'8", I could totally be in the back of this car on a long road trip, which is awesome. The other thing is the tech package in this car is really modern, it's up to date, it's not sluggish at all, and you have so many different things going on that's not too much to handle, like some other cars like the Acuras that have the dual screen setup. So this has a display here in the center of the gauges for you. You also have your navigation display in the center console and the heads-up display up top, and all of them can be configured to so many different options, so it's really whatever you want to make of it. Right now I'm going to shut up and just put a little power into it. And you can hear that there is no sound being pumped through the speakers like the BMW M cars do. So this is all organic sound coming through the V8 out through the exhaust in the rear. So there are two exhausts back there. It's actually four different tips that are fitted in there, but it sounds amazing, and you can change so many different settings, as I explained earlier in this video, to really make the car whatever you want in terms of comfort and sportiness. So as you guys know, if you've seen a couple of my other videos, or if you've gone through my Instagram at a car photographer, I've driven a lot of different cars, and none of them have been as balanced as this RS7. So this car, it's super fast, you can fit a lot of people, huge trunk space, so I can fit, more than enough camera gear in this car. And it just does so many things so well. So there are a lot of other cars that can do, that can outdo the RS7 in terms of handling or speed or power, but there's no car that can do so many things this well, right? So it's a super well-balanced, all-around car, and you feel it as soon as you see the car. I mean, it's beautiful, yet it's a beast under the hood, and there's just so much to experience with the RS7. So if you have the chance to check this car out at a local dealership, definitely go test drive it. I wish this test drive would last forever, and this is a great all-around car. I've driven a couple of similar cars, most notably probably the BMW M5 F10, and it just doesn't have the same feeling. I mean, it feels, on the same level of being a monster of a car in terms of power, but this just makes you want to drive it even faster. It feels more confidence inspiring because of the all-wheel drive, and there's way more trunk space, which for me is a huge thing, which is why I love the sportback look of this car. So overall, Audi RS7 is a great daily type car. You guys know that I love the S63 AMG, and that's a totally different car, but this is something that I would consider over it as a daily driver that can, fit your friends, colleagues, family, whoever. Ton of trunk space, and it's got so much power. It's an absolute blast to drive. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. If you want another video on the RS7 or any of the Audi performance cars, please let me know. I'll try to make that happen, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Today I'm at Audi of Stevens Creek, and I'm lucky enough to get some time with the Audi RS7. So right now we're gonna walk in, and Colin should be here, right there actually. What's up?
Hey Ben, how's it going?
Good. Good to see you. I'm very excited to drive the RS7 today. This one? Different?
Not this one. Not this one.
All right.
It's almost the same, but it's right outside waiting for you.
Awesome. Sweet. Thanks. See you later. I am so excited to drive this RS7 right now. It's got 560 horsepower, and it fits 5 adults somehow. So